go.
Alright, can I see you?
Give it a second. Switch. Oh, yeah, I guess I better switch this. Screen. Stop that. And, shoot, actually, it won't let me show you my OBS. That's not great.
The heck is going on tonight?
I don't know. I guess, I don't know.
Maybe it's having difficulty sharing your audio when you're also screen sharing with Ronnie. Because some devices only let you share, like some programs, if you're sharing the microphone with another program, won't accept it.
Huh.
We didn't have a problem with it last week, though, which is why it's so weird.
The mysteries of technology. Anyways, we're streaming! Yay! Yay! Did I tweet? Did you tweet?
I did.
I know you did.
Oh yeah, you did. I see it.
Alright. And the microphone doesn't really sound all that bad.
Really? Oh, that's good. Then we'll just leave it on there if we can't figure stuff out.
Yeah.
Let's get back to
Alright, so Clayton says, I'm here, did you miss me?
Yes, we were dying without you.
I legit had to remember for a second. Sorry. Alright, let's
so
see.
I gotta watch the stream tonight myself.
Alright, we were using Celestia thinking of triggers. Does that count?
What are we working on tonight, Heather?
We're working on Princess Luna for Sweetie to give. And looks like we were in the middle of some single crochet rounds and we were only at 4 when we need 13, so that's pretty simple.
Alright.
So let's get her done. Yeah.
Yeah. Honey Drop says, my mom wants to know how angry Knife is with you.
You know,
she's pretty pissed.
She's pretty pissed in general, but she hasn't acted like completely differently toward me.
Yeah, she probably doesn't directly associate you with her trauma.
She was pretty zonked out. She was just like, what the hell was that about?
I was like, frick, Mom, what the frick? Leave me alone with these weird people.
I left her there for like 5 or 6 hours.
Really? Did it take that long?
Well, yeah, because they pace it well. They don't like, just rush her and yank her around and stuff. They said that like if the cat seems anxious, they'll give her a break to just like chill out, calm down, and then they'll pick her up and get started again. And the cats also tend to not like hair dryers or something, they told me, and so they let them air dry and stuff.
A lot of animals they can't use hair dryers on because of the way their faces are structured, and I think cats would be one of them. I know when I worked at PetSmart, when we would give dogs baths, there was like a list of dogs you couldn't use the kennel dryers on. This I remember we did have velocity dryers though. That would be dangerous for the cat though, I think. But yeah, so we could use that on something. And I remember once there was this bulldog who did not like the velocity dryers, but because bulldogs' faces are squished like that, we couldn't use the kennel dryers because it's dangerous for them. So I had to try to use the velocity dryer, and he was not happy.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see here. Megan says, hey yo, I'm bored and I'm on house watch. Amuse me.
House watch or house arrest?
Yes.
Nobody knows.
Same difference, really.
Well, you heard her, girls. Thrill me.
Yo, Baron, I can dig it.
Yeah, there we go.
She said amuse me, thank you.
6 years later, and still.
My God, that was 6 years ago?
Do not underestimate my ability to dig up dead memes and abuse them.
Oh, it was dead before we did it. What's funny is when Anthony pitched it to us, he's like, so you remember that board game you would play and it came with like a VHS tape and you put the VHS tape and there was like this Baron who walked you through and like he would say thrill me and then you'd have to say yo, Baron, I can dig it, and like then you could go in the hole if you didn't say that, blah blah blah. And he's explaining this to us as if this should be triggering some nostalgia for us, and the rest of us are going, I have no freaking idea what you're talking about. It sounds funny though. Let's use it.
Did he like show you a video?
No, he just like, well, that's what I'm basing this on. So yeah, and we're like, okay, cool. I mean, it sounds funny.
Come on, squishy unicorn.
I mean, we had to do the same. A similar cultural dissonance happened, I think, during the shipping game, where I came up with the idea that Antony's whole motivation was that he wanted cookies, and there was a point where he like kind of wakes up and goes and just says a brand name of a cookie. And the first brand name he came up with, the rest of us went, I've never heard of that cookie. And we're like, just say Oreos, Antony. Everyone knows Oreos.
Alright, Megan says, I'm watching the house while everyone in my house is out doing fun stuff.
Fun times.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yep.
Did I tell you I accidentally smacked Knife on the ass with a sticky hand?
How dare you?
I know, I just dug this up in like an old lunchbox I had, and I was just like, Knife, look at this! And I don't know what I was thinking. And then she was just topped, and it was like, whoa, what the fuck? It was funny as
that cat?
It's funny as hell, though. She keeps coming back.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be here.
Well, the alternative is me and my needles.
She's like, no, fuck that. To be fair, I probably should be doing that too. Oh.
We'll see.
We'll see. But, you
So
know.
what did we do today that was fun, other than taking a knife to the groomer?
Well, I got a lot of stuff done early because I was just up earlier. So that was fun. I watched a whole bunch of Skyrim videos.
And
Nice.
also, All Dogs Go to Heaven. I could hear that from my room.
Oh no, Disney Fanatic made an AMV, but instead of the big-lipped alligator, it was Alistair for some reason. I was just like, alright then.
Alright, that works.
Why not? It's weird, but okay. That whole moment was weird in that movie.
I mean, it's one of those things I didn't think it was weird as a kid, and then it was brought to my attention as an adult, and I went, yeah, in retrospect, that was weird.
Yeah, I mean, like, good they didn't die, but like...
Who are you and why are you here? Kind of
That
thing.
big-lipped alligator versus the alligator or from frickin' Princess and the Frog. Though, one could sing, one could play the horn, so it actually make a great power couple.
It could make a great power couple. That's true.
There's transverse and universes here.
Honeydrop says, did you hear about Martin Sheen? And I have no idea who that is.
You don't know who Martin Sheen is?
Yeah, that's Charlie Sheen's dad.
Yeah.
Is he dead?
Oh God, I hope not. What's up with Martin Sheen? I'm like legitimately concerned. He goes to Our Lady of Malibu.
Oh my God, Google Martin Sheen.
Yeah, he's Emilio Estevez's father. Charlie Sheen's father. He was a main character in The West Wing. That's his probably number one claim to fame. He was also in The Way. He's a very celebrated actor.
He played the elusive man in Mass Effect 2.
Sure.
Yeah, he did that.
I don't deny you. Now you got me concerned. Now I have to look up what's going on with Martin Sheen. He's like a family friend. I'm concerned.
Oh my God.
So no, we apparently these girls know of him, but if something happened with him, I'm not. I don't think we know what happened.
I'm not seeing anything. Top stories isn't.
Well, everyone's still stuck on Trump getting COVID.
Yeah, I know, because that's what I'm concerned about. I'm like, don't tell me Martin Sheen's got two! Ow!
Clayton has the audacity to say, never heard of him.
How dare you?
Or, sorry.
I'm seeing something about a West Wing reunion, which is far better news than I was worried about, but I don't see anything else.
Hey, subverted your expectations.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what the news was, oh, thank God.
Honeydrop, get back to your freaking... She's the one that asked. Honeydrop, get back to us, my God.
Right? Dear Lord.
Are you just gonna leave us hanging?
I know!
Like
I'm gonna, like, text my dad, like, hey, can you check on Martin Sheen? I don't know when the last time you saw him was, but, like...
She meant Rick Moranis.
That is a very different person.
I think they heard about Rick Moranis. They don't remember what about, though.
Yeah, Rick Moranis was just hanging out in New York City, and some guy came up and sucker punched him for no reason.
It's just,
people be like this.
Scare the shit out of me, why don't you? Lord.
Let's see here. So how about you, sweetie? Did you do anything fun today?
She went shopping.
I did. I went because I needed milk, and so I took it as an opportunity to do a little more shopping. I got some pumpkins for Halloween. I finally got a carver that I can use for pumpkins, because I didn't pumpkin carve last year because I was an invalid last year. So making up for it this year.
My work has a pumpkin carving contest, but I ain't even gonna try. This guy made freaking SpongeBob into a pumpkin last year, and I'm not talking like he carved it in, like he carved stuff and put more pumpkin on. It was weird.
I probably wouldn't be able to compete with that, but I'd damn try. I would try.
I'm damn trying with the costume contest. That's where I think I can shine.
I'm the other way around. If it's like there's a costume contest or a pumpkin carving contest, like give me that knife. I'll try.
They could still go either way with a knife if you ask that.
True.
So I got a question for you girls. Is it cheating to use power tools for carving pumpkins?
No, not at all.
You don't gotta tell nobody.
There actually really isn't a way of cheating unless you're literally like someone else carved it for you and you're just claiming it as your own.
By the way, if you make a great pumpkin, can I cheat at my works contest? I'll split
No.
the money. Come on, they give cash prizes.
No.
I will split it with you.
No.
Oh, come on. Let me cheat a little bit.
I will give you a pumpkin and all the tools of which I will be using on my pumpkin, and you may do what you can.
I cannot do this shit. I mean, I can make a pretty decent, mediocre freaking pumpkin. I don't, there's just, the competition at the freaking, because I saw it all last year, the competition is freaking stiff.
Yeah, there in an old place I worked at, there were pumpkin carving contests, and yeah, I was like, look at my, oh shit, man, people want all that. Okay, well, here's my mediocre thing, God.
Yeah.
I was all proud of it, and then I saw like, oh, look, someone made a detailed Harry Potter scene on their pumpkin.
Did they
like,
make freaking Hogwarts on a pumpkin?
Yeah, basically. And
oh
I'm like,
my
well,
God.
fine. And here's my pumpkin. I think it looks spooky. Shut up.
I just did a doodle in your Radkid's face and put it on. Yeah, it's a whole freaking... I just know I cannot win with that pumpkin contest, and I have a chance with the costume contest, because last year apparently a guy just dressed as Joker won, and I saw the costumes. They were nothing compared to what I have planned.
Nice.
Good. Bring me that prize money, Heather.
I don't know. I swear it might have been $200 last year, but I don't know if it was like in gift card form or like a cash form. I mean, whichever, I'll take it. I don't care if it's a Cold Stone. Oh God, if it was Cold Stone, I'd probably be like, Who gave me a Cold Stone gift card?
I won't trust you with $200 in Cold Stone.
You
go in there every
I'll
day.
open up the freezer the next day and you're like, oh dear God!
It's just so much ice cream.
Right?
You can just buy pints.
You can buy pints of it.
Oh my God. Who gave me a gift card to Cold Stone? Because I went to Cold Stone with a gift card at one point.
I don't know.
Maybe someone at work gave it to me. I don't know what for. It was probably a holiday. I don't know. Oh God.
Alright, let's see here. Clayton says, I loved Rick Moranis in Brother Bear, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and Spaceballs. Let's see, Battleship Agincourt says, I haven't seen Pristine in over a month. Does anyone know whether she still visits the stream?
Pristine, every once in a while. I still see her. She's replying to my tweets and stuff. She's doing fine. Yeah.
Yeah, she usually shows up later.
Yeah, she's got her own thing going on. Oh, I forgot to link my stream in other places. Hold up.
Honey Drop says, sorry for scaring you two.
It's as long as Martin Sheen is okay.
She'll recover. She'll recover. I thought it was funny when Charlie.
You know you're posting your stream key, right?
Oh shit! How do I delete? Delete! And delete. That's good. Thank you for pointing that out to me. I don't need any people having that information. Luckily, I only posted it 2 places.
Yes.
Retro Gamer Kevin says, "Hey, how's it going?"
Yo.
Yo! Now, Heather.
Yes. Let's try again.
Just a second. Just one last time. Oh my god.
Megan says, "When I was half asleep this morning, I got an email from Home Depot offering a job. I almost got a job offering before I clicked no and ended it.
What?
I'm still sour because of that." What?
Wait. So you clicked no and you're mad about it? Was it on accident?
Sounds like it.
That
Can you
sucks.
like get back in contact with them? And clarify?
Yeah, this feels like something you can fix.
Yeah. See if you can like reach out and be like, my bad, and like blame someone else. Be like, my little sister got a hold of my email and she decided to be an asshole. I'm totally interested in that position. Could you kindly resend me the information?
Yeah, something like that, but a little more convincing.
Yes.
It was my dog. My cat stepped on my keyboard. I'm sorry. That's pretty.
That actually looked at his
That's
ass.
Or just tell them what happened. Hopefully the buttons for yes and no were really close together, and you just accidentally
You just fat-fingered it?
It would be believable that you could misclick.
It would be believable. I'm just trying to make it look like errors are not that easy for them, and that it's when someone else is in charge where errors occur, and not when they're in charge that errors occur.
Hiring managers are judgy.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, well, even if you're like, oh, because I just woke up, it's like, oh yeah, well, some maybe we have early morning shifts, maybe we're not sure.
Yeah, I mean, though, if you have a really bad hiring manager, they're gonna be like, well, why'd you
Yeah,
let your cat on the keyboard?
Yeah, I mean, it should be fair. They'll be
it's a Home
judgy
Depot
regardless.
job, though.
Yeah.
Come on, you can't be too picky.
Yeah, to be fair, they'll either be judgy or they won't be judgy regardless. So.
But you got nothing to lose by trying and everything to do.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
Totally.
do not defeat yourself, Megan. Your display image is too cool for that crap. Alright, the Wicked Syndicate wants to know if Sweetie saw the new TF2 episode yesterday.
Nope. I was far more paying attention to Anthony and Silver's stream.
Oh yeah.
Which was a lot of fun.
Alright. How did that go, by the way?
I just said it was a lot of fun.
The mic cut out for that part,
How
sorry.
dare you?
Mike! I was looking at that one, I'm like, it's that one. It's that one.
Wicked wants to know how much did Knife enjoy going to the groomers?
Probably not very much. She was there for a few hours, probably because they were giving her a lot of breaks, so that like she wouldn't be overwhelmed. But apparently she was very well behaved, you know, she was just very vocal, very meowy.
Like she is.
Yeah, she is. She was like,
Yeah.
yeah, we get it. She's just a vocal cat, but she was very well behaved, didn't scratch, didn't bite. And I'm like, that's good, that's good.
Yeah, she is. Like, she'll complain loudly, but she won't actually do anything.
Yeah, the only time I think we've seen her raise a paw to somebody was poor what's-his-face, the big old kitty.
Oh, yes. Well, that was cat-on-cat interactions. That's
Cat on
different.
cat. Yeah, so maybe cat on cat stuff she has the balls, but maybe
Yeah.
she knows the people like they can overpower me.
Mm-hmm.
No point.
Yeah, I mean, animals can be like that. They can be, like, chill with humans and not so chill with their own kind, or vice versa. And then sometimes they're just cool with all. Everybody.
Cats in general are terrible people.
Well, they are terrible people because they're cats.
You know what I meant.
I deny any.
I refuse to acknowledge
I
your,
refuse to
your
acknowledge-
shit take.
Right? Because you worded it poorly. Don't blame me for your poor wording.
Alright, Biter.
Bronny, why
Lord,
did
I haven't heard his name in a while.
Where is his
I
act?
have no freaking idea.
Just some people in the fandom just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, huh, they must have gotten lives.
Can I say, there was a time where I feel like back in the day, Biter was, I'm gonna be completely honest, and he wouldn't be offended because he knows, he was like the biggest thorn in my side. And then things just got worse. So much, but like, like, it got to the point where there were people doing, like, illegal crap, right? And I'm just like, there was just one day where I just go, I miss Biter. Like, I was just like, I miss that Biter was, like, the worst I had to deal with. Was just, he doesn't shut up. Like, I wish that was the worst I had to deal with. Now I have to deal with all this sexual assault bull crap.
Oh God, I don't like thinking about it.
It's harassment, yeah, like
Everything.
Yeah, it's like Biter was, you know, a pain in my butt, but he wasn't a stalker.
Small potatoes.
Yeah.
Which, we have a lot of potatoes. We gotta figure out what to do with those.
Oh yeah, the potatoes. I left that up to you. You're the potato lady.
I know. I was thinking of making like potato tacos or something, but I'm like, I should only do that on Fridays. But like, I'm like, what else? I've been eating potatoes. I've been frying them up, or actually boiling them, cutting them up, and then putting them in my soup, which is very tasty. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. But I'm like, man, I shouldn't eat too many potatoes. That's gonna fill you up.
That's the idea.
Mm-hmm.
A little too hard, you know. Like, as it is, I'm trying to not go down Knife's path and become diabetic. Sorry, Knife. You're my bad example. I love you. Oh, going on car rides with Knife is really funny because she's just talking to me the whole time, and at stoplights, I'll be like, "How you doing?" Stick my finger in there, and she'll just push her ear into it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what fun!
Like, let me out.
I don't know what she'd do if she'd be out. She doesn't want to be out while she's in the car.
She just flat out doesn't want to be in the car.
It's like, take me out of the car.
Take me back home, you asshole.
She doesn't calm down. She doesn't stop yelling until we've gotten home, I put her down, and she's out.
Yeah, and even then, she, like, at least for me, she just goes pew right under the futon to pout.
Well, yeah, she doesn't immediately hide when I let her out. She just starts walking around like, what was that about?
Yeah, true.
I don't know if, like, car rides disrupt her little sense of balance. Probably just being in the carrier is a little disorientating.
Yeah, I mean, it would be for you, too. I mean, I'm not great at, like, keeping the carrier exactly level 100% of the time.
Yeah, and I have a purse.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
I try my best. Oh, my poor little kitty.
Poor little pain in the neck.
Mm-hmm. So we love her.
You love her. We all love her. She's just a little
Yep,
bottle
this
of
is true.
sunshine. I made a TikTok of her. You want to see it?
Oh, sure.
It's just me saying, yeah, her fur wasn't good, so we took her to the groomers. Look what happened.
Dear Lord.
I know.
Megan says, thanks for the thoughts. I reapplied for any Home Depot job for the day and hope another opportunity. Okay, so she's defeating herself.
Look what she's gonna do.
Freaking perfect!
I know. I was
love
just
it.
like, I got video of her. I'm like, I think I can do better, and that happened, and I'm like, perfect.
That was beautiful.
I know.
Send me that one.
I will. Actually, I can text this to you.
Okay, do it.
It's freaking beautiful. I am a maker of art.
That is beautiful.
Did you ever see this picture I sent you? I drew?
Yes, I'm sorry. I think you sent it to me at work, so I didn't respond at the time.
Oh yeah, I was just like, I doodled it at work, and I was just like, look what I drew.
Yeah, and I was like, it was one of those, like, I saw it and like, that's Heather, and I went back to work, but I didn't actually respond much.
Yeah, that's something to you. But yeah, my TikTok is tagged in there. That's what I like about TikTok. If you download your own videos, there's like already a watermark that says your name.
Nice.
So people will just be like, Heather Blossom has a TikTok. Hell yeah. And all it is videos of Knife.
But that's the best way to use it.
Absolutely. The best things I find on there are animal related.
There we go.
I like following the snake people. Like, excuse me. You just love that a little too much.
Yeah, I love the music you chose for it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I took a long time picking it. That's why you probably heard me on my phone clicking a whole bunch of different mute songs, because I was trying to pick one. And I'm like, none of these are good enough.
And save.
Beautiful.
I kind of want to send it to my family.
Do it.
I'm going to probably show it to people at work, too.
Look at this shit.
Chuck Zone says, hey Heather, I recommend you starting a potato farm.
We already have potatoes. I don't need more potatoes. But, I don't know. Apocalypse comes and I have fertile land. I will make potatoes. They fill you up and it's good. I think that's a good food to grow in apocalypses.
What do you... Oh, potatoes?
Potatoes.
I mean, the Irish say yes.
So we're just gonna be Irish. The Irish will survive the apocalypse.
But not the famine.
Oh God. Well, let's hope we don't have another potato famine while this is happening.
I'm sure we've heard this one, but how many potatoes does it take to kill an Irishman?
One, it just has to have the plague.
I was gonna say none, but okay.
Oh, her joke
the
was
Wicked
better.
Syndicate wants to know what our favorite Tim Burton film is.
Oh, let me-
Tim Burton?
Yeah, like, you know, Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, and I know who Tim Burton is, thank you.
I think you were just like...
I was just clarifying that's who I heard.
Okay, I was just like,
Yep.
you don't know his
I
name.
know Tim Burton. I was just like, Tim Burton. I was more saying Tim Burton, is that what you said? Was more what I meant by that question.
I would need time to think about that.
I'm a basic bitch. I still love Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's pretty good. I liked Corpse Bride too,
Corpse
though.
Bride was pretty good. Yeah, I'd say that'd probably be my second one.
I didn't see the new Frankenweenie.
I didn't see that either, I don't think. I feel
You
like I
know
saw
what?
parts of it, not the whole thing.
Like, back when Tim Burton's stuff was really creepy, he had this one stop motion film that was about a particular kid who was creepy and, like, just was caught up in his own world, and at the end he died, and I can't remember what it is, because I believe it was on the DVD for Night Before Christmas.
Oh, it's like one of his early films that was
Yeah,
like,
that
it was
one?
narrated by, what's his name?
It
Vincent
left-
Price.
It left an impression
Yeah.
on me. It really creeped me out.
I don't think that was a film. I think it was like a short film. Like
It
it
was
wasn't
a
a. It
short
wasn't
film.
like a.
It was,
full-length
it
feature.
was definitely a short film, but that, like, I think that's the one that's left the biggest impression on me. Like, my God, I wish I could remember the name of it, but yeah, it creeped me out a lot. But he also did a live-action Frankenweenie, didn't he?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, there was. I remember it. It was
Okay.
pretty sad.
Clayton says Max and Mary.
Max and Mary.
No, not Max and Mary. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. No. I don't like Max and Mary. That makes me sad. I know what you're talking about.
I've never heard of Max
I didn't
and
know that
Mary.
was Tim Burton, if that's the case.
Yeah, I thought for a second Coraline, and then I'm like, wait, that wasn't Tim Burton.
It's just a stop motion that's
It's
kind of
well,
close to
it's
the
like
style.
made. Basically, it's made by everybody else who helped Tim Burton make his movies, just not Tim Burton. Like it's basically the people who made Nightmare Before Christmas, who made Corpse Bride. They made Coraline, and they're like, screw you, Tim Burton. We're done with you taking the credit for our shit.
To be fair, Tim Burton did add a
Edward-
lot to that style.
True.
Wicked Syndicate says Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That's a pretty good one. I don't know if it's my favorite.
It's
but-
not my favorite, but I'd put it pretty close. Like, I'd say it's probably Nightmare or Corpse Bride, then Edward Scissorhands.
Also one that's like really bittersweet.
Oh, it's very bittersweet. That's why I love it. I like bittersweet.
I've never
I like
seen
it just being sweet.
Edward
Why does everything have to hurt
Scissorhands
me?
all the way through.
You should. It's really
I
good.
remember,
We still gotta sit
I
down for,
remember
like, Harry
seeing
Potter and all
like
that.
bits and pieces of it when I was younger, like 12 or something like that, and being pretty thoroughly freaked out. And then I just never bothered to go back to it. I don't think there's any Tim Burton movies that I've seen and liked.
You like Nightmare Before Christmas? I made you watch that.
Yeah, how can you not like Nightmare?
Okay, I did note that I've seen and liked.
That's why he did nitpick the crap out of it.
Well,
Because he's
with Brian,
dead
that was
inside.
yeah. All right, so add it to the list. We got to make him watch all the Harry Potter movies. Make him watch more Tim Burton movies. Did he sit down for all of Lord of the Rings? Because my God, that's gonna be a mission.
Oh, God, yeah. But
If you didn't
that's a
know-
mess.
Listen, I sat down for the Lord of the Rings extended cut with my first girlfriend.
Good
I
job.
know.
Wait. You finished
If
it?
that, yes, I did finish.
Okay.
You can keep clapping.
My butt cheeks were numb at the end of that day.
I did the same thing. I watched all 3 extended edition in one sitting, and it was 24 hours, and I was just like, I did it, and then passed out immediately afterwards.
God, but it's
But I was
hard-
so proud of myself. It's like high-tier geek right there.
I didn't see the extended cut. I don't remember. I
It's
should.
like a rite of passage.
It is a rite of passage. You like to get to a higher level of geek.
Is that why I'm not fully developed yet?
I think so.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, the extended cut's really good. It's just it's twice as long as the original films.
Holy balls.
That's
and
why I
nuts.
say it was 20. It was like because each one is 6 hours long.
Holy nuts. Yeah, you gotta devote like a whole day just to have watch one.
Yeah, that's why I had a whole day. Like I think I had like a 3-day weekend or some nonsense. I'm like, I'm gonna watch all of that.
Dude, that is
And
a
I
personal
pulled an
challenge.
all-nighter and I did it.
Oh, girl. I thought Avatar was long.
Oh, let's see here. Chugzone wants to know about our October traditions.
Well, COVID's kind of messing up some stuff, but you know, we're gonna have a candy hunt.
I'm gonna be honest, COVID didn't mess up darn crap for me. I mean, I was gonna stay home and eat candy and watch Hocus Pocus regardless.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking I was gonna do. Halloween is normally just to meet up with friends and do something spooky.
I haven't met up with friends in a long time, although I say that, but I think there was a stream a few times ago where we realized we hadn't been here for like the past 2 Halloweens because there have been weddings around.
Yeah.
There was a wedding last Halloween-ish, and there was a wedding the Halloween-ish before. And so I'm like, oh, man. And last year also I was injured. And the day I got injured, I was so pissed because I got a bunch of newspapers I was going to bring home with me so I could start carving pumpkins. And then I got injured, and standing up was a pain in the ass, so I couldn't carve pumpkins, so they just sat there and rotted. I'm not bitter. But yeah, pumpkin carving, costumes, candy, and Hocus Pocus. So that's my jam.
I like scary movies.
I like spooky movies. I shouldn't say scary, because scary movies a lot of time for me are boring. But I like the aesthetic, so like things like Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas and things like that. Addams Family.
Have you seen this preview? It was an ad on YouTube for me, but I was fascinated enough to watch it all the way through. Actually, I have 2 like this. The one I want to tell you about is the one that's where, of course, it's casual, we're a family, a very small family, and I think it's a single mom and her daughter, and the daughter is being picked on at school, but then there's a group of girls that are really nice to her, but instead of being mean high school girls, turns out they're a coven of witches. And they're like, we have strict rules though, we don't use it for personal gain and stuff, but it's pretty cool just being witches. And they had a weird ceremony where they put her in a bathtub, that's not weird. And but then she started using the fucking powers for evil, so I think it's gonna be like a Carrie thing. But yeah, the funny thing about it was that the song that was being sung during the freaking preview was, girls, they just wanna have fun. If a goth chick was singing it, girls just wanna have fun, but just really sorrowful. And I was just like, that's hilarious. I kind of want to watch it if you keep playing that song. It's a funny one. Another one I really am interested in is one where it's called Larry, because that's what the kid calls the monster, but it's like a monster because they took the thing where people were like, oh my god, it's a ghost, because they used Snapchat and a doggy face would appear behind them.
Oh yeah.
So they turned that into a horror film.
Oh yeah,
but to their credit, it looks pretty cool.
Nice. I remember seeing that. I'm like, that is a stupid premise, and yet it's hilarious.
It's so interesting. That's the horror movies I want to see. It was like, this premise is pretty wild. I need to know how it unfolds. Freaking The Babadook, I think I watched that almost till the end, but it mostly just made me depressed. Stop making me sad, horror movies. I don't want to be sad. I don't want to be sad. I want to be kind of spooked, but not sad.
That's kind of the point, though.
No, you don't have to be spooked and sad. What was that one? I think it was Jeepers Creepers. A whole bunch of high school kids got stuck on their school bus and were pursued by a monster. I wasn't sad during that.
Fair enough.
It's funny. Why does it only come out once a year?
Let's see here. We got chat. Where did I leave off? The Wicked Syndicate says, Pee-wee's Bizarre Adventure?
Oh yeah, that was a Tim Burton movie.
Really?
Yeah, Tim Burton did that.
Yeah, I wasn't able to sit through that.
Pee-wee Herman is kind of obnoxious, but me as a kid enjoyed it, and even now I can watch it and be like, yeah, that's a cool-ass bike. I would, fucking kill bitches for that, too.
I didn't really grow up with Pee-wee Herman, and what channel was he on?
I don't know. Not as a kid, I didn't watch him. I got older, and he would be on late at night at Adult Swim at, 3 in the morning. Pee-wee Herman's Playhouse. And
yeah, I know of the show. I just feel like it passed me by somehow when I was a kid, and I don't know how.
It sort of passed me, too. The only reason I saw it is because my cousin Adrian is a super big Tim Burton fan, so I would be told a lot of stuff about him in the time and have Tim Burton movies played for me when I was at the house.
And I'd heard of it. It's one of those things where people my age would talk about it, and I'd smile and nod like I remembered it, but I'm like, huh?
It's weird. I thought he was an explicitly a kid's show that
he is
he'd be on
show.
Adult
It was
Swim.
totally a kid's show. I don't know why it was on Adult Swim or why they showed it so late. I mean, it's weird to watch. I can actually watch the whole thing and not say I'm bored. I'm just kind of disturbed and weirdly intrigued. Maybe that was the thing. Like, it was a kid's show, but it was kind of a creepy kid's show that's just slightly off-putting. Like, I thought at any moment it wouldn't be out of character if Pee-wee stabbed me. Like, no, he's like, and the clock goes tick-tock, tick-tock, stab twice in the chest. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, oh, I'm dead. Thanks, Pee-wee. Don't want to be in this hellhole anymore anyway. His freaking chair would talk. Weird as hell.
I think everything talked.
Everything talked. It was creepy. So, you know, maybe that was something. I don't know.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, I needed to wake up and have nightmares about Pee Wee Herman at 3 a.m.
No day is complete without it.
Absolutely.
Let's see here. We got Clayton just making references to old videos. He says, I remember hearing about your first girlfriend in your backstory video. Let's hope Heather doesn't shoot Sweetie again.
When did I shoot you?
That was our Halloween special last year, or 2 years ago, I believe.
No. I shot up in the air. I didn't shoot her.
Yeah, no. She didn't shoot me. She just gave me a heart attack because she fired a gun.
I fired a gun in several directions.
Yes.
None of them hit her.
None of them were in my direction. Just, loud noises.
You're just like, why do you have an actual gun? Authenticity is the answer.
Oh, God. My sister's horrible.
What?
Well, my nephew's watching Harry Potter for the first time, and he's 5 years old, and she's making sure to let him know that none of it is real.
Aw, come on, let him live in a little bit of wonder.
Like, the funny thing is, I was making a joke, like, okay, he's gonna have a crappy 11th birthday, right? And she's like, it's okay, I'm letting him know that magic isn't real. I'm like, what the frick, he's 5! Let him think that magic is real for a few more years, Jesus!
I can kind of get it, because I don't want him to be disappointed later.
Let him believe magic is real. He'll be disappointed enough. There'll be a time to be disappointed. It's called your teenage years.
I don't know, maybe she left him Santa Claus.
I hope so. Lord in heaven. Maybe that's what I'll respond. Do you tell him Santa's not real too?
This is the perfect year to save some money on Christmas, though, and just tell the kids that Santa didn't make it through COVID.
That's even more depressing. It's like, it's not that he wasn't ever real, it's that he died.
That's worse.
Just like your hope and
Although,
dreams.
unfortunately, that wouldn't work for when I was a kid. Because the whole reason that St. Nicholas survived from when he was... I realized they used my religion against me to twist my head. Because St. Nicholas, Nicholas of Myra was alive during Roman occupation of Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still kicking now. Because he's a saint. And as a saint, he's granted Jesus granted him eternal life. That
Seems
was
legit.
what I was told. So yeah.
All right, that works. I'd buy it as a kid.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'll buy it as a kid. So, but ironically, the Mrs. Claus thing was always weird for me. Because he was a priest. He was a bishop. So then there's like, and then there's a Mrs. Claus, and I go, But then I rationed to myself, no one told me this, I made the rationale, that basically God was like, look, the whole celibacy is fine and dandy when you were living a mortal life. Now you're going to be living forever, look, you're going to need some on the side, so here's a wife to just deal with that urge, okay? Okay.
That's not creepy.
I mean, I don't think he created, well, I guess he's God, he creates everything, so...
There was a joke in Sword Art Online Abridged, and I never bothered to look into the validity of it. But when like in Sword Art Online Abridged, there was an episode where Santa Claus showed up, and it was like this creepy, demonic, like mixed MMORPG Santa Claus. Like Santa Claus, if Santa Claus was done by I don't know, Raid Shadow Legends. And
they have Santa Claus.
Yeah, and they were introducing him, and it's like, oh, the jolly old man himself, and the patron saint of prostitutes, and
That's
then
true.
the dude just looks
It's
at the camera and
absolutely
goes,
true.
look it up.
He's the patron saints of children, sailors, and prostitutes. Yeah,
That is a weird combination of things to have.
Catholics are weird. And like I'm not going to pretend that some patron saints make sense. For instance, St. Francis, being the patron saint of animals, makes sense. There's a famous story of him calming down a feral dog. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then, but St. Clair, who was his basically fangirl, She was the female equivalent to St. Francis. She followed him and she created the Poor Clares, which are the female equivalent of the Franciscan monks, blah, blah, blah. She is the patron saint of television.
Television?
Which was not invented during her lifetime.
What? You have saints for television?
Yes, we have saints for everything.
Do you have a saint for the internet?
Probably.
Yes, it's me.
No, it ain't. I think what happens sometimes, and must have happened with St. Nicholas, is that someone in a certain situation will pray to a certain saint and a miracle will happen. This can happen after the saint's death. So sometimes the miracles associated with saints are not ones that are done in their lifetime.
So if I prayed to her about TV, I could get an answer on TV, but if I prayed to another saint about TV, it couldn't happen?
Not couldn't happen, but it would be... the certain saints are usually better for certain situations. What likely happened is, I don't know, someone prayed to St. Clair for some reason when their television broke and the television miraculously started working, and then she became the patron saint of television.
That sounds like a gag rather than actually
What?
assigning her something.
One of my aunts has a saint that she prays to whenever she's lost something,
Hey,
whenever
Saint
something
Anthony.
is missing in the house.
St. Anthony. It better be St. Anthony, or is she doing it wrong?
But she
It
keeps
probably is, but
Yeah,
shoot, I
St.
don't
Anthony,
know.
St. Anthony. Something's lost and can't be found. Please make it come around. That was what we were told as kids. Whenever you lost something, St. Anthony, St. Anthony. Something's lost and can't be found. Please make it come around. So the patron saints that usually showed up in your life when you were a kid was St. Anthony, because you lost stuff as a kid. That's what you do. And it was sort of a rite of passage when you go off to college for the first time to gift them a medal of St. Christopher, who is the patron saint of traveling and journeys. You can also do that with a car. You give your teenager a car for the first time, you can put a medal of St. Christopher in it. He's supposed to keep you safe on a journey away from home. So the kid going off to college for the first time, they get a medal of St. Christopher. Ironically, I wasn't given it by my family. I was given it by my roommate's family. It was very sweet of them. They had 2 medals, one for their daughter and one for me, because we were roommates and we went to high school together. But yeah, so those are a couple of saints that show up in your daily life. And yes, St. Francis would be someone you'd pray to for if your animal is sick. The blessing of the animals every year in Los Angeles. And yeah, so St. Nicholas, probably at some point, some prostitute prayed to St. Nicholas and he miraculously redeemed them from their sinful ways, I guess? I don't know. I don't know the story of why he's associated with prostitutes. Or sailors. Someone apparently went sailing and instead of praying to St. Christopher, which would make sense, they prayed to St. Nicholas and he went, "Sure, I got you, fam."
No, they prayed to Christopher first, and Christopher was like, "Yo, I can't swim."
Yeah, I was like, "Hold on, I'm gonna transfer you over to my buddy Nick here. Nick, can you deal with this crap?
This is customer
I've
support.
got college students to deal with."
Let's see here. Clayton's still making references. I mean, it was a little bit ago, but Clayton's still making references to that video. He goes, "What about Brawny unleashing the dragons on 15 people?"
What can I say? He's a very belligerent dumb man.
The Wicked Syndicate asks about Disney's Halloween Town series, and we talked about those last week, but I don't think he was here for that. So do we want to touch on that again?
Just that she's never watched them, and I've watched them, and I liked the first couple. Then it got into weird stuff, like, oh, we're in high school, oh, we're in Monster College, yay!
Chuck Zone says the best horror movie I saw was Bram Stoker's Dracula.
It's a pretty darn good one. Assuming maybe I should question which version you're talking about, though.
I'm just glad I finally read all that book while I was at work.
Oh, Dracula. I've never
Yeah.
actually read it, but I heard it's good stuff.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. I'd recommend it. I liked Jekyll and Hyde is way shorter though. It's also good if you like that style of writing.
That style of writing, yeah.
Which I enjoyed.
Megan McGonigal says, "Guys, help me out. How do I convince my mom that my costume I have is too old for Halloween?" And she put "too old for Halloween" in quotes, and I'm not sure what she could possibly mean by that. Like, that could mean a few different things.
Too old?
Are you saying you're too old for Halloween? Is that the idea, that your mother thinks you are too old for Halloween to dress up? Because that's BS.
Or she, her mother is trying to get her into a juvenile costume,
guys,
or
help me
she's
out.
trying to get her into a scantily clad costume.
No. What I think I'm getting off of this is too old for Halloween. Like maybe it's archaic, or like it's something she's worn a couple times before. Which, to that effect, I mean, like, if she's paying, like, are you trying to convince her to buy another one for you?
Yeah, because that's a different scenario. If you're buying it yourself and, you're over 18, do whatever the heck you want. But if you're trying to convince your mother to buy something for you, unfortunately, when push comes to shove, that is your mother's decision.
You could be like, Mom, I love you and I appreciate you, but this is starting to smell, and I mean, I don't want to tell you to lie or anything, but you could be like, I know people are staring at me when I wear this thing, and it's not a good thing. I mean,
Yep.
Whatever your reasoning is that you feel the costume makes you uncomfortable, just be honest with her and let her know.
Let's see here. Battleship Agincourt says, Sweetie, can we get Sweetie or Heather, can we get a different moderator?
well, none of the other ones showed up, so this is what we're stuck with.
All
Deal with it.
Let's see here. Oh, we got a whole lot going on. Where did I leave off?
I mean, this is the best I can get for free. I ain't paying for nothing.
Nah, you just gotta give them a little something on the side.
Oh, like you take it.
Sure.
Let's see here. MIB Evan says, every week I try to visit the stream in order to see what new plushie gets added to that bed. Plot twist, Evan. It's the souls of her victims.
Well, in this case, you haven't made a new plushie for your bed in quite some time, because I've kept her busy.
I made one, but like sometimes I'll just get a plushie out of nowhere.
Sure.
There's a dragon hat on there now.
There you go.
I had that hat hung somewhere else, but like it kept falling down. So I'm like, okay, Luna, you're gonna wear a dragon hat.
Now, plot twist, she's currently crocheting something for Silverquill's bed, and I will leave your imaginations to run wild with that.
That's not weird.
Alright, let's see here. The Wicked Syndicate wants to know, do we enjoy playing chess or checkers?
I could go for a game of checkers. Chess is still like, I have to remember what everything does, and it's still a hard game for me to comprehend.
I know what everything does in chess, I just don't know how to win. So I prefer checkers because I do know how to win sometimes. I think the last time
Sweetie, didn't you beat me in chess one time, or am I misremembering?
You're misremembering.
Okay.
Beat her in chess one time, but I was
Not
cheating.
even like giant chess.
Yeah, giant chess. I did beat her, and I think even then I thought about it, and I'm not entirely sure. I don't know, but that was like the one time I ever. And I was teaching her how to play, so I think that the odds were very much stacked in my favor.
Yeah, I think I've played chess with Brawny a couple times. I'm pretty sure I've never won, but it's just something he likes. I don't know, at the time you just had like a browser that you were always trying to get Louie or me to play with you, and I was just like, I would just click stuff and be like, oh, I guess that worked.
No, I know what all the pieces do because I grew up with it. I never knew how to win.
Yep.
I don't know, I think like you have to get like one of them.
Well, I know how to win as far as rules, but there's a difference between like knowing the rules of what qualifies as a win and knowing how to set things up to make that work.
I just remember the scene from Harry Potter with Wizard's Chess. Apparently the king has to hit somebody with a chair.
No.
Oh.
How you win, and actually, I think I certainly rewatching the movie, what they did in the film wouldn't have counted, because the how they did it in the film anyway is that Harry as the bishop was diagonal from the king, and then the knight goes into position in range of the king, and so they're like, okay, the queen goes and takes the knight, leaving the bishop open to take the king. That is not allowed in chess. You cannot leave your king in danger. You could not move the queen and have the king still be in danger. That person would have to move the king out of striking range, which wouldn't be too hard. It can move one step. So that wouldn't have been a valid way of winning. But you have to take the king. So checkmate is when the king has no options of getting out of danger. There's nowhere the king can move, no way you can move other pieces to stop the king from being in danger of being taken. So that's how you win.
It's pretty cool though.
It's complicated.
Oh, I meant the scene in the movie.
Yeah, no, it's a cool scene in the movie, but it's one of those things when you think about the rules of chess, I'm like, that don't make sense.
They could always just go, well, it's a wizard's chess.
Yeah, wizard's
You don't
chess
know
is
how it
different.
works. That's how you got your wizard chess set back.
Yeah, I feel like it was more vague in the book what the actual setup of the board was, so I sort of just bought it. But like watching the film, I'm sort of like, no, that doesn't work. You can't just have the bishop take the king. Like, it's not, you can't distract the queen somewhere else and then just have the bishop be like, ha, I stole your king. Doesn't work that way.
I love the aesthetic of a chessboard.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Aesthetically, sure. Checkers is pretty tacky.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
But freaking chess aesthetic.
I have a really bad habit of window shopping in the first place with my broke self. But
I love window shopping.
occasionally I like alternate between the stuff that I am shopping for, and one of them on that rotation is giant ornate chess sets or really intricate chess boards. Like when I have my own place, I want to have like the coffee table with a big really nice, really intricate chessboard as the centerpiece.
Makes sense. My dad has his coffee table is actually 2-layered. Like it's glass on top and then it has a thing on the bottom, and that's where he keeps the chess set that he inherited from my grandfather.
That is so nice.
So Clayton wants to know how Patreon works and where does the money go? Who wants to explain that to him?
Well, I actually have a Patreon.
Yeah, I was like, you actually have one.
So, and I actually pledge to a few people. I get money, like pocket change, really, but I also give money. So there's creators on Patreon, and you can pledge money to them for either every post or every month, how much you want to give them. Or as a creator, I can set up whether I charge for every post I make or if I just charge for every month. At the end of the month, though, all the money from the pledges or whatever get added up and the person gets the money.
I'll also add that you can set if it's per post, you can set a limit to how much money you can give. Like, so that you're not like, oh yeah, $5 per post, and then the person makes 10 posts that month suddenly, and you can have like $5 per post, maximum $25 or something like that.
Yeah, so like you don't accidentally break your bank donating to people. Like I donate to Bronny $10 per post, and I haven't put a limit on it because he usually is pretty consistent with making 5 different things a month. So I contribute money to him through that, and there's also things you can just do for minuscule amounts. I give $3 to Cardlin, who is a voice actor who does a lot of like role-playing stuff where he's something and the listener is something too, that kind of thing. And I also contribute money to some artists I really like, and that's only like, $1 for however much they do it for, like per post or per month. And you, of course, like to do the things with the money, to receive or to give, you gotta hook up either like a card or your bank account to it. Or PayPal.
Yeah, you can
do stuff with PayPal. It's once you get into it and stuff, it's not incredibly complicated.
Another thing is that patrons can't, the Patreon, the person you are paying can also set up tiers of rewards. So if you're paying a certain amount of money, you can get a reward, which sometimes is like a shout out on my video, or an invite to my private Discord server, or what have you.
Like with my tiers, like my $10 tier is that you get to join Discord server. And for more money than that, like $1, I don't think I do much for you. But at like $2 or something, I'll do a kazoo cover for you. You just got to give me your suggestion. And yeah, $10 you get into my Discord server. And for more money than that, you can suggest topics for videos or something like that. Or I can crochet you something. So it's a whole thing. I feel like there's something similar to Patreon that like I could say that would like clear this up a little.
Coffee?
Yeah, that's something people use.
Coffee is similar-ish, except usually it's one-time donations.
Yeah, like it's not a continuous subscription thing. Like YouTube is kind of doing it now. You can be a member of YouTube channels.
Really?
Yeah, you can get a membership to YouTube channels and give.
And there's also super chats.
Super chats, yeah.
Yeah, there's super chats. Yeah, that's
Let's see here. Battleship Agent Course says, Sweetie, I like your shirt. Where can I get one for myself?
Next time there are conventions open.
He only sells in person.
At the moment. Last time I spoke to him, he was looking into options of selling online, but he hasn't committed yet.
Let's see here. Have any of us heard of a movie with an evil Santa?
yeah. There's Slay, which is a horror movie where it turns out Santa was only nice and giving kids presents because he was being punished by either like a demon or by like God or something. It's like, you were a piece of crap. You have to be a saint for the next 1,000 years as your sentence. And that sentence finally ran up, and now he's just going around murdering people.
Okay. There's also things like Krampus. Also, the Ladybug and Cat Noir Christmas special.
I am Santa Claus,
Oh my God.
a rebel with a cause.
Santa Claus gets akumatized.
Yeah, he does.
It's awful.
Yeah, I don't know why you bring it up. You know I'm
It's
gonna,
so bad.
you know I'm gonna do it every
I know,
time.
I know.
You're
But,
just- you wanna
but it was the
brace it.
first thing I thought of when I thought evil Santa. I'm like, there was a time he was akumatized.
I thought about it, but I didn't say anything.
I
Like,
know.
I'm not gonna hurt her. But
I
then
know,
you
I
brought
hurt
it.
myself.
She's a
I
glutton.
hurt myself.
Santa Claus.
So there's that.
Let's
That's
see
never
here.
gonna not be funny for me. I love
Chuck-
that.
Chuck Zone wants to know if there's a saint for Irish vigilantes.
Well, the saint of the Irish people is St. Patrick, which is ironic given that he was born in Wales. But I don't know about vigilantes, but probably.
What do they do in Ireland for like St. Patrick's Day?
Ironically, it's far bigger a deal over here in America than it is over in Ireland.
Yeah, we go nuts for green beer.
Yeah, it's like, they're like, they respect and appreciate St. Patrick, but it's like, maybe they'll have an extra beer at the pub, maybe they'll go to church, like, it's like, they don't do the whole dying rivers green thing they do in Boston.
It
Yeah.
probably isn't good for the environment. As much. Why are Americans so damn weird?
We'll take any excuse to drink. And, like,
Yeah.
that's the one thing I remember, like, seeing posts about, like, oh, how dare you, with Cinco de Mayo, they're using someone else's culture as an excuse to drink. And I wish I had, like, taken a picture of the decorations during St. Patrick's Day and the decorations during October for Oktoberfest and being like, you're not special, shut up. You know? Like, yes, they're using someone else's culture as an excuse to get drunk. It's a thing. It's not racist, it's just a thing.
Actually, you saying that is making me think of another Tumblr post. It's like, I like how when Americans are insulted on Tumblr, they just make a minor correction to your insult. It's like going to that Mike Wazowski meme where it's like, if you're gonna threaten me, do it properly. If you're gonna insult me, at least be right.
Right?
Completely
It's like
right.
that was sort of a thing, like you want to be pissed off of like culture appropriation for the sake of drinking, throw white people in there too, because the Germans and the Irish, they've been dragged down with this shit too.
It's like, we don't care what it
People
is.
dress up as leprechauns, dye their beard green, and pretend that's Irish culture. Do we get upset about it? Not really, because we want that cheap booze too. So like, whatever. Oktoberfest people jumping around in lederhosen and drinking honestly crappy American beer and pretending that they're honoring, German culture. Do the Germans care? Not really, because they are doing their own thing in Germany and can't be bothered. So.
I kind of like that part about American culture. Why are you gonna take that away?
Yeah, it's like we appropriate cultures in order to drink alcohol.
America's been the melting pot for so many cultures for so long. Of course we're gonna do all that crap.
I will say for me personally, and this is for every holiday, I prefer when people know what they're celebrating. It's like, okay, who was St. Patrick? Do you know anything about St. Patrick? Nope, downing beer. Okay, that's crappy. Oh, what is Cinco de Mayo celebrating? It's a Mexican Independence Day. No, it's not. Shut up. It's like, you should know what you're celebrating. Oktoberfest, to be fair, as far as I know, there's no history about it. It's just a beer festival. It's just a beer festival. That's what it is. If there is history about it, I apologize for all my German beer drinking, but it's good stuff.
Good stuff. Just enjoy the holidays, man.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Do we think, the Wicked Syndicate wants to know if we think a live-action Disney Tarzan could work, and my first thought is, don't you mean the actual Tarzan?
Yeah.
Half naked guy, sure.
Or how about George of the Jungle? Or how about the 2 different live-action Jungle Book movies that Disney has already done? Or 3. I think they made a 3rd one.
I don't think.
No, because there was, I don't know which one's Disney. because there was the most recent one everybody remembers. Then there was a Mowgli movie. It was called Mowgli.
I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used actual animals in that.
They used actual animals, but it was starred a kid, right?
Yeah, it was sort of kid.
Then there was another one with an adult Mowgli. I think that was also called Jungle Book. Also live action. I think it was Disney too. So yeah, same story, same basicness. There's a lot of alternatives for live action George's Jungle. I'm sorry, Tarzan. Same difference.
Yeah, but the thing is that there is an actual Tarzan, though.
Yes, that's what the animated film was based off of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised it wasn't a book this time. There's a book.
It may have been a book, yeah.
Damn it, it's always a
But
book.
it's kind of like if they were to make, for instance, a animated Swiss Family Robinson. That was a book, yes. I personally remember the 1960 film more than I do the book. I learned only recently that Disney actually made a 1940 film of the Swiss Family Robinson. So they made one in 1940. They remade it in 1960. So yeah, but it was a book first. And I think that's the same thing with Tarzan. I think it was a book first, and then it was a movie icon. That's from the live action film, and it's entirely nonsense. But they just did it for the sake of the film. Yeah. You have alternatives.
All right. What else we got here? Sweetie and Heather, do you have any hopes for the Sailor Moon Eternal movie?
I don't have hopes because I'm very, not in the Sailor Moon system community, but she is.
I expect high amounts of shipping fuel for Helios and Chibiusa.
That's how it goes.
I
All
want.
right, I don't know either of those characters.
Yeah, you probably know Chibiusa. Mini Moon?
Chippy Moon.
Pink child?
Oh yeah, it's usually all you have to
Pink
do when
child?
you're referring to an anime is the pink freak. Okay,
the pink
yeah, I know
child.
which one you're talking
So
about
the pink
now.
child is a clopper, basically. Is
A flopper?
Yeah, because Helios is Pegasus.
Like an actual Pegasus the whole time?
Well, okay, no, the other way around. She meets him first as a Pegasus, who's kind of an alicorn, but kind of not. Okay, so he's a flying unicorn, and I use quotations because he's got a horn, but you learn later that the horn is actually the golden crystal. So technically it's a Pegasus with a horn rather than an alicorn properly, but the horn is a crystal.
It's magic.
Anyway, you find out that he does have a human form.
Okay.
Who also has a horn. Because
weird.
again, the horn is the golden crystal, which he is keeping safe for Endymion, aka Chibiusa's father. So basically you meet the character first as an equine. And then he kisses her as an equine.
That's not weird.
But after he kisses her, he's in his human form. And it's like, okay, raise your
On the lips?
Yes!
As a horse?
As a horse! I'll show it to you.
What?
Okay, Chibi-Usa. I'll show you the original anime version.
Okay, forget it. Sailor Moon's getting weird. It was pretty weird.
Getting weird. Are you sure about that?
I'm sorry, there wasn't horse kissing when I was watching
Alright,
it.
so this is the scene. Let's see if it goes all the way through it. So that's him.
To her credit, that's a lovely horse.
He's a beautiful horse. And so she's been put under a spell where she's older than she usually is at the moment. And
okay,
he's
that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Why am I following you up with a horse?
Well, what he's trying to tell her right now is because she's under this spell, she's like kind of being drifted further away from him. And so now she's a child again. Because she chose to be with her horse bando.
And this time we can say that and mean it literally.
Yep.
I guess your clothes didn't go back with you.
Yep.
This is a fucking horse. Oh no! Oh, the wings look weird from this angle.
Yeah.
Just fold them. Is she gonna? Okay, he's doing it. Oh no, she's into it. No, wait. Okay.
So it's a little bit.
I thought that was gonna be horse lips, which would have been harder.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, in the manga, it was horse lips, and she was not nearly as consensual in the manga.
It was a forceful kiss.
She was crying, and so her head was down, and he just sort of boops her head up with his lips.
Okay, no, maybe it's a full kiss. You don't know that.
No, it was a kiss. Like, let me see if I can find it. Chibiu's Helios kiss manga.
You're calling me a clopper getting hooted in the mail, but this is some bullshit.
Alright, let me see. Yes. Oh, there it is. There. No. I don't mean like someone doing art. I mean, I actually want to see it from the manga. Show me.
Oh my god.
No.
Like, so that was almost okay.
It was almost okay, and then the
It's
manga's
still
like
weird.
And it was trying to be better than the manga.
Okay, you did. You did a little better, but I don't know,
You
man.
did a little better.
I mean, I guess
weird.
anything at this point. You gotta. I guess they got Brony fans over there, and they just want a little bit of this to happen.
Right. Well, I mean, this was very much pre-Brony, but sure.
Bronies were a thing even then.
Well, not really Bronies. Fans of My Little Pony, yes, but I'm seeing actually quite a few images of basically the so like the post kiss shot, basically after he kisses her and her reaction.
Just go for the full page.
Yeah, like this is basically the basically after he kisses her.
Oh, she's like, wait here, boy. What?
I just got kissed by a horse and now it's a human. What the hell?
Look, albeit I've done weird shit in my dreams too. This is a dream, right? Sort of,
kind of, sort of.
In my dreams, I've kissed weirder shit.
Alrighty, let me see if
Maybe. I don't remember.
Okay, hang on.
Well, one of them was you. That was pretty weird.
Alrighty, let me see if I can find like.
Actually, I don't remember kissing stuff in my dreams. I remember the love potion.
How about this? Let's try to catch up on chat.
Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, I'll try to find the horse kissing.
Yeah, Megan McGonigal says, I'm 26 and my costume is a plague doctor. Oh yeah, I remember now. She's talked about that. And that's what she says here. I did mention this on live stream. Let's see here.
Oh, so
Honey Drop says, what are you saying, Heather?
So is the problem that, like, she's telling her mom, or, like, is her mom telling her it's too old, or is she telling her mom it's too old?
Okay, so she follows up in a second here. I wanted to wear this costume ever since I had the thought of it this summer and asked her to hem the robe because I didn't want to step on it. She got mad and said that I was too old for Halloween.
Oh, that's
okay, there we go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you know what? You don't need your mom for this.
Yeah.
You know what? We can Google some things. You can figure out hemming.
I will fully admit there is such a thing as too old for trick-or-treating, but there's no such thing as too old for Halloween.
Yeah, especially I feel like you're young and you can get away with it. Also, you're wearing a mask.
The last time I went trick-or-treating, I was 15 years old. And I was Carl Bertana from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, and the only reason I went was so I had a reason to go around knocking on people's door going, hey! Yeah, you dingbat! I want a pitcher of beer, the fried jalapenos, the nachos grande, and let's start with 50 wings extra hot and keep the ranch coming.
Oh my god.
That's nice.
I think I did it still as a teenager, like deep into high school. I don't remember doing it anymore in college. I think in college, what was I doing for Halloween? I have no idea. I think I was staying home because we had a chocolate fountain. Like we just had the machine and my family knew how to just melt some chocolates, put it in there. I don't need nothing if I have a chocolate fountain. Put some strawberries in that.
Yeah. So Megan, in the worst case scenario, if you absolutely cannot figure out how to hem this robe, just lay it out flat on the bed as flat as you can. Fold up the, bottom couple of inches of it and safety pin that sucker, and you'll be fine. It'll be pretty much the same effect. Safety pin it, like fold it inward and then safety pin it. That way it looks natural and not turned inside out. Let's see here. Honey Drop says, my Halloween movie lineup is Hocus Pocus, Nicktoons Spectacular, Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo, and Halloween 1 and 2.
Not bad. Pretty good lineup.
There it is. I found it.
Oh, god. Okay. Let me get a good look at this.
All right, and MIB Evan says, "How dare you pronounce my screen name
It's kind
wrong?"
of a
Okay, so
kiss.
I'll call you.
It's a
I'll
kiss,
call
though.
you Even from now on.
So yeah,
Evan.
basically it's like part 1 and then part 2 is suddenly woman.
At least she's kind of surprised by it.
She definitely surprised by the first one, yeah.
She
But no, like
is.
it's boop and then kiss. Like there's a difference.
Are you cool? Okay, she was surprised by it though. She wasn't.
Yeah,
like,
no, she wasn't into it. That was the thing. She was, yeah, because like I was saying, she's kind of crying. She's got her head down.
Like the manga was like, yeah, you're gonna like it. We'll make you like it. But then the movie was like, she likes.
Yeah, the anime was like, she's into that shit.
Kiss that horse.
Yep. And of course, the context is entirely different too.
Weird.
All right. So, ladies, remind me every time we see MIB Evan in the chat, we have to call him Medivh because apparently I pronounced his name wrong. It's Medivh.
I don't care. I'll call you what I want on my stream.
Let's see here. The Wicked Syndicate wants to know, sweetie, have you ever won a prance game with the TF2 people?
They rarely want to play with me. So no, I've never won. I've only played with them once.
Are you a handbreaker too, sweetie?
No.
They kicked me out. I'm a handbreaker.
Way to go! Point of pride.
Let's see here. So, Miss Sweetie, for my... Oh, Chuck Zone says, so, Miss Sweetie, for my Halloween traditions, I watch Berserk, then garb up in my SEA reenactment and walk around my neighborhood. Then I watch a psychological horror movie and down a bottle of Guinness.
That's
Bottle of Guinness. That's interesting. I'm not opposed to it. I usually save that for St. Patrick's Day, though.
Wicked Syndicate wants to know, how well do we handle bloody and gore horror movies? Heather.
Movies, I'm totally cool. Like, they can do anything to a body in a movie, and I'll be pretty chill. It's if I ever had to, like... Well, actually, I don't know. In real life, like, Bronny's gash didn't, like, make me gag or anything. Needles, though.
Yeah, you had some difficulty, though, with my injury and some of the blood involved with that.
And when I woke up, I was just like, huh?
Yeah, that, and I remember I put my first set of bandages, I just put it in the trash can, and you said that made you queasy or something like that.
Did I see the stitches?
Not the stitches, my bandages.
Oh, I think, yeah, some blood too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it mostly made, I don't know what it, like, there's something in me that just goes, I guess it's a very animalistic thing. It's just like, that means problem!
Very true. No, but I mean, you're not, like, super squeamish.
Not incredibly. I can deal. I got my flu shot at work a little while ago. I was a big girl.
Nice.
I was just like, though they did notice I was pointedly looking away. They're like, you don't really love needles, dude. I'm like, I don't. They're like, it's okay. And then she started having a conversation like, my sister-in-law was bad with needles and da-da-da. And I saw her reflection in my glasses of what she was doing. And I was just like, ah. But it happened, and my arm was just a little stiff after that, and it was great.
Nice.
Flu-proof.
Battleship Agincourt says, does anybody know any women that want to be Slave Leia for Halloween? Okay,
That's usually
listen
more
up,
of a
Heather,
intimate.
Heather, I'm gonna need you to take one for the team.
I don't feel confident enough in my belly to do that. I mean, I'm all for slutting it up for fun. I don't mind. I don't care if you look. My tummy big.
Oh, shush.
I know, but like, I don't know. Also, that has a high potential for nip slips, so I'm gonna have to put on some
That is
pasties.
Well-
According to
It should be like a bra. Could be that.
Carrie Fisher, apparently that was a real problem when she was on set. Just exposing herself left and right.
It's like, I hope she had, like, it wasn't too embarrassing for her. She was just like, oh, my nipple, sorry.
Carrie Fisher is, or I should say was, a different kind of person. Like, she just didn't care.
She gave no shits, yeah.
Okay, so she really was just like, is my tit out? Oh, we gotta do that over again? Shit.
Basically, yeah.
Like, I don't care if you look at my tits.
Yeah, she was, from what I understand, Carrie Fisher was all the best kinds of crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, poor Carrie Fisher.
I miss her.
I just remembered she died. And I'm like, oh yeah, oh.
Oh, let's see here. Gosh, Wicked Syndic is just going down his whole library asking us what we've seen. Schoolhouse Rock. What do we think about that?
I think I saw some of it in school. I really have no big opinion.
I liked it when I was a kid.
Honey Drop says, no more live-action Disney remake movies and the bad movies.
You're gonna have to make them.
And you have to make them by not giving them money, which people are not stopping to do.
I haven't given them
No,
money.
here's what you do. You pirate the frick out of that movie, and then you just blast it on Rotten Tomatoes and talk about it. And so yeah, you see it, and you just tell them how horrible it is, but you also don't give them money. Like, you got to make a big stink, because apparently
But
the Twitter
any
mob
publicity
rules.
is good publicity is the problem. If you make a big stink of how bad it is, then the people watching it are going to want to see how bad it is for themselves, and will pay for a ticket to do so.
I just need more people. I just need pirating to be mainstream again.
It was never mainstream. It was always illegal, Ronnie.
Okay, but like mainstream illegal. You know what I meant.
I know that you grew up with VHS tapes that had an FBI warning at the beginning of them, warning you about how illegal piracy is, and you chose to ignore this.
Yep, and right as I copied it with my own second VHS player, so I could then return it back to the video rentals store. We did not have a Blockbuster in my town.
Oh, that sucks.
We did it at the local grocery store. Had a section for rentals.
That also
And
sucks.
then-
Those are never have good selection.
Yeah, and we copied it, and then we brought it back on time, and then we had that movie, and we watched it forever.
My family would record things on television. I'm pretty sure we never owned The Wizard of Oz. We recorded it off of the television. Same was true with the Chronicles of Narnia. The BBC version, we recorded it off of the television.
Let's see here. The Wicked Syndicate wants to know if we've seen the Davy Crockett movies.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, no, actually, that's not too surprising.
Yeah,
that
was pretty old.
that was before my time.
That's pretty old.
Yeah. I mean, I mostly have I'm a Disney historian. Oh my God, let me watch it.
Let's see here. How did we feel about Sailor Galaxia?
Don't know anything about her.
She was the main villain of Sailor Moon Stars. She was the main villain of Sailor Moon Stars. I don't know what you want from me. She was fine. She definitely was effective as a final villain. Let me put it that way.
She sounds like she would be.
They should have cast me as the final villain of Sailor Moon.
It's always gotta be you, doesn't it? It can't be Heather.
It's gotta be all about you.
Why can't it be Heather, Bronny?
Because I'm more powerful.
You're gay.
But I'm also more powerful.
Gay and powerful. That's
Well, there was a
nice.
lot of homosexuality going on in Sailor Moon Stars, let me tell you.
Nice.
Particularly amongst the Starlights.
Well, alright. That's their business.
No, sweetie, you got it all wrong. They were cousins.
I'm not talking about Uranus and Neptune. They were considered cousins in the dub. Sailor Moon Stars was so damn gay, they never translated it to English. They could not filter out that much gay. There was just too much of it. There was so much gay, they couldn't do it.
How did Revolutionary Girl Utena get so much of an English
By the
dub?
time they came around, the world had sort of accepted that not all anime was suited for children. At the time of Sailor Moon, it was the time of Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z. It was a time where all cartoons were for children and need to be watered down for children. So Utena came in after that whole wave when sort of everyone was like, yeah, you know what? Some of this stuff is just not kid appropriate, so we'll put it on Toonami, Adult Swim, whatever, for the older kids to enjoy. I don't think Utena was even old enough for Toonami. I think that was before its time. So Toonami was really the first step of Cartoon Network going, this should be viewed by older children. I feel like Kenshin was a good stepping point for that. It's like, this is more of an older kid thing, like young teenager type thing should be watching. And that sort of opened up the door to, older kids should be watching. So Utena came way after that.
Let's see here.
Yeah, because I was just like, did they just go with it? Because, like, for a dummy like me, it was ambiguously gay, where, like, I had to keep watching to be sure, and I could never be sure if it was gay until someone told me.
Don't get me wrong, it was ambiguously gay in the anime until you get to the movie. There's no ambiguity there.
It's just like, are you guys gay? Hurry up and be gay!
Hurry up and be gay! Yeah.
I can't take this shit!
Yeah.
Who was her prince?
That was the thing. That was the thing I had, because I read the manga. That's how old school I was with Utena. And that was a conflict I was having, because I loved the main character, but I didn't want her to be gay, and I know that's selfish, but I'm like, but I want a tomboy character who isn't a lesbian.
Yeah,
Can we have a tomboy character who isn't a lesbian? And basically Japan went, nah.
My Little Pony went nah.
Yeah, exactly. That was actually my thing whenever people were like, oh yeah, Applejack's totally gay. I'm like, can we not? Can we have a tomboy character who's straight? And I've now come to the realization I might be the only one. Might be the only straight tomboy, I guess.
Sweetie, the last gay tomboy.
The last gay
the last
tomboy.
not gay.
The last straight tomboy.
The last
What
heterosexual.
you have to do, sweetie, is you have to work for the YMCA. That's where all the straight tomboys work.
No, that's where all the gay men work. I don't know what you've been
Well,
watching.
that too.
But what'll keep you straighter?
But when I worked there, most of my female co-workers were straight tomboys.
But there's a difference between being a jock and being a tomboy. You know, like they're the type of woman who works out a lot and keeps her body in peak condition. Yeah, of course she's gonna get a man, because she's all like sweating in public and having her tits out all the time. The casual tomboy tends to get shafted a lot. Of course, the poundage doesn't help either.
Well, shoot, I don't know exactly all their romantic backstories. All I know is they all had boyfriends.
Well, yeah,
And
because they were
they
putting
were
it,
like
because they were
all
putting
about
out.
the camping and the roughhousing and the dodgeball and the crafting and the
putting
bushcraft and
I
yeah.
thought
So
you said pudding for a second.
No, and the putting out.
They're giving pudding.
That too. I mean, special kind of pudding, but yes.
Oh. Chocolate?
Sure.
The Wicked Syndicate wants to know if actually no. Right before I read that question, Megan McGonigal says, "Thank you guys for your encouragements. I wish I could meet you face to face. Quarantine life is hitting me hard. Well,
Maybe one
hopefully
day
there's
mask
a
to
convention
mask.
scene next year and we'll be able to fix that up." And then Wicked Syndicate says, "Has Pixar ever made a bad or average movie in your personal opinion?" Sweetie, what do you think?
They've bad? No. Average? Yes.
Yeah, it's been like
I'd say Cars, Brave, The Good Dinosaur. They're all very meh.
yeah, it all like goes on your personal preference. Like Toy Story is a classic. I'll give that. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not one of my favorites though.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a favorite for you to acknowledge it's a good movie. Yeah. So I won't say there's ever been a bad. Well, no. Some of their sequels can get bad. Monster University wasn't great. I haven't seen any of the Cars sequels, so.
The Cars sequels.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen them all.
Mm.
Yeah. So it was funny. Lutunes actually liked the Cars 3.
I've heard Cars 3 is better than Cars 2.
Cars 2 went on a weird tangent where Mater became a spy, so I think that's what lost people. Because, like, the first one was focusing on Lightning McQueen, and then the last one focused on Lightning McQueen again, where it's supposed to be, really. So I can see where the fans are coming from. But I like how Lutunes viewed it in the eyes of, if you see the Cars as athletes, and at this point, Lightning McQueen is an aging athlete in a world where all the new cars have the newest tech and are more resilient than he is and ever can be, because he's older and he can't be hooked up with all these things. So, yeah, but he finds a place in the scene by coaching a new driver who can meet those expectations, but can take a bit of his sensibilities in stride, too. I did like that message. I mean, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Because it was really sad, though, to see that, like, no matter how hard he pushed his limits and seemed like he was making progress, he just couldn't match up to the current models, which is sad.
Let's see here. Syndicate wants to know, Heather, would Brawny be the devil on your shoulder, or would you be the devil on his shoulder?
I would
Yes.
totally be the devil on his shoulder because I'd encourage him all the time. You're just like, man, I'm not feeling great today. I really want some ice cream, but I shouldn't. I'm like, nah, get that ice cream. When's the last time you had ice cream? Yesterday? Long enough. And
I think we trade depending on the day.
yeah, though most of the time you're the sensibilities, because I can't think of the last time you encouraged me to do something that wasn't, like, probably wasn't a good idea. Like, half the time I tried to, like today, I was just like, should I get a pizza, though? And I kind of had to drag out of you, yeah, sure, get a pizza. Because he was like, I was like, cheeseburger pizza? And he was just like, I don't think it's going to be that good. And I'm like, cheeseburger pizza, though? And you're like, yeah, I guess. Just agree.
First thing I had to ask is if you already had fast food this week.
No, I had iced coffee.
Let's see here. The Syndicate says, Sweetie, did you enjoy the Sailor Moon Promise of the Rose movie?
Yeah, I mean, I watched it first as a kid, so if I were to watch it first as an adult, I'm sure my opinions would be different.
I had one Sailor Moon VHS. It served as the only thing I got to watch as a kid of Sailor Moon, and then I got older.
I remember you told me, I'm pretty sure it was the third movie.
Yeah, with the gondolas and the taking
Yeah.
the kids in their sleep.
Yep,
and
that was
Sailor
the third movie.
Sailor Mini Moon and a whole bunch of cookies and dreams.
Yes, Promise of the Rose was the first movie. So that was the one where the villain basically grabs Sailor Moon's breasts. So...
I got the
You
one
know,
that's
for
meant for
kids.
kids. I got the one that was very PG because
Yeah.
there was nothing in that movie that I think I even like questioned and still now don't question. There isn't like anything with boobs or fan service.
Let's see, Promise of
Except,
the
you know, the
Rose.
little girl being like, I like my dad more than you like my dad, and it's talking to her mom. But then she has like a sort of a love interest in that. I thought that was cute. Why is she always running around with little white-haired boys?
She does that, right? Like that was the weird thing, though, of the third movie for me, is because the super. So she's in her super outfit. So this takes place during the whole super arc. She was given that power by Pegasus to transform into that outfit. So canonically speaking, that had to have taken place basically after the super arc, where she canonically is basically in a relationship with Helios. And then so we have a movie where she's into this other white-haired flying mythical child and having a relationship with him and in no way feeling conflicted about Helios. And
Well, at least
What?
he isn't a horse.
yes, but he also has some creepy lines, and that it's one of those things that's creepy when you're older, because he's like, oh yeah, I'll be watching you in your dreams, and you'll always... That's another thing.
Oh, okay,
Dream
I
association.
actually remember that.
And you'll always be in my dreams. Okay.
Yeah, like, I'm actually remembering that as a kid. I'm like, oh, it's cute. As a child, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. As a child, it's fine.
You
And then
know-
you get older and you go, huh.
At least
But even as a kid, I was like, oh yeah, he'll be in your dreams while you dream about your boyfriend. What the hell?
maybe it's all Helios.
Maybe.
But at least she has a type.
Yeah, she definitely has a type.
I like young, white-haired boys, and if they can turn into a horse, that's a plus.
If they're like all up in my dreams, that's like A
Oh, yeah.
plus right there.
Gotta transcend realities. It's cool. It's all cool. Being able to manipulate the mindscape. She's gonna have a weird Tinder profile when she grows up.
That's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, how old would Moon be right now?
Well, that's the funny thing. That's the funny thing, because according to the manga and Crystal, because the Crystal went with the manga's canon on this, she's over 900 years old,
Jesus. She can already have a Tinder profile.
basically. The only thing is, like, she never aged because her power wasn't great enough or something.
That sounds counterintuitive.
That's weird.
Well, it's sort of like, okay, so okay. Oh, there it is. Here's this isn't the exact moment where he grabs her boobs, but this is kind of a little bit after where she's being nice about it.
You grab your boobs?
Yeah, I'm talking about in the Sailor.
So, like, was it part of battle? Or
Yeah, he's trying to take the silver crystal from her. But he's like totally grabbing her boobs.
Oh yeah, that's
Like
hold
it's
on.
not even like it's hard to tell with this particular.
He's
image.
grabbing the center of her tits, but that's like
but she's like flat out. He's like, if there are other images, you can tell he's totally grabbing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's grabbing like middle tit. It's not like he's grabbing like.
But her tits are obviously like this.
Exactly,
big bra.
exactly.
You know,
Well,
like,
she doesn't have a bra. She's naked. She's
Okay.
naked
Oh, no,
right
not-
here, except for the ribbons.
okay, look, I like that. Like in this, you could kind of live it. She's just like, hey, yeah, just
Well,
kind of.
but here's the thing: when he first does it, she's like, "Son of a bitch," and then she's sort of like she's trying to be all like compassionate towards him to try to get him to knock it the frick off.
It's like, yeah, don't do that evil thing. Also, can you quit squeezing
Yeah,
my
no, see,
tits?
see, she naked.
Oh yeah, I see some butt.
Yeah, she got some butt going on.
Yeah.
Anyway, what were we talking about before that?
Let's see.
Oh, she's 900. Okay, yes. So she's.
I'm gonna put a moratorium on Sailor Moon.
Stop asking me questions, though. So the people of the moon are basically long living, if not immortal. So she's not. You know, like her mother is like 926, but she looks the same as she did at 14. You know, because she turned 26 and stopped aging. But Chibi Moon, you know, she aged up to about 6, and then she stopped aging, and it was sort of, and everyone wondered why, because usually you age up to be about 20s-ish, and then you stop aging.
You know, to still be the age of consent but look young.
Right, exactly. And, you know, so you usually, like in Sailor Moon's case, she got married, became the queen of everything, had her child, and then stopped aging. But Chibiusa, she only got it to be about 6 years old, and it was whispered kind of behind her back that it was because she didn't have enough power. Like, she didn't have the same of the magical mojo that everybody else does to reach adulthood. And so everyone's sort of waiting for her to reach that maturity, and that's what gives her inferiority complex.
Mm.
Alright.
Sounds fishy to me. Anyway, let's see
I
here.
mean, I'm not saying it's not.
Syndicate says, Brawny, I could see you as the type of person where if someone tries to jump scare you, you punch them on reflex. And actually, I can tell you that no, I am not that type of person.
I am.
Now, I might, like, if you actually get me, I might
Yes.
flinch, I might take a guard, but,
He might unleash the dragons.
yeah, I might unleash the dragons.
That sounds like you're going to
but,
flash.
yeah,
It's like, oh god, look at my dragon!
been in that situation before, and no, I don't like lash out like that.
Think of someone.
But I have also worked in a in a haunted house before, and I've had people swing at me, and I do have decent reflexes, so people would swing at me, and I would weave it, and people hate that even worse because it's like their one actual defense mechanism has been rendered useless.
I'll fully admit, you'd have to get, like, I've never actually reflex punched someone, so you'd have to get me really good. Like, I've been to haunted houses, and yeah, I might flinch or something. That's usually the most, is I'll flinch, and jump.
Mhm.
But if I legitimately believe I'm in danger, I might. I think I remember Tomfoolery was going to, I think that's his name, was going to BronyCon, and he showed a full mask that he was wearing, and
Mhm.
I specifically told him, do not sneak up on me. I might punch you. Because it was just a terrifying, like, clown face that I'm like, if you try to sneak up on me, your mask will break because I will punch you right in the face. I've never actually been in that situation, but I fear it.
I've never been in that situation either, though. Like, freaking, I don't have to think long about the last time, like, someone jumped out to scare me, because it literally happened earlier this week.
Oh.
I walked out of the bathroom at work, and I don't know, the managers and the chicks in the office have this weird thing where, like, the managers will try to scare them, and they try to scare them back. And, like, I don't know if he was expecting someone else, but, like, DJ comes out, and he's just like, ah, and I'm like, ah, DJ! If I hadn't just pooped, I would have pooped again! I was like, I'm gonna get his ass.
Nice.
I like DJ, though.
Get him, Heather.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna wear my scary costume. I'm gonna be like, what's up, DJ? Get it?
Nice.
What's up, DJ? Am I gonna win or am I gonna win?
Nice.
Oh, jeez. Syndicate wants to know, what does it mean to unleash the dragon?
Oh,
Heather,
that's actually
take that one for me.
that's a reference to Overwatch. In that video, a Halloween special video I made with me and Bronny in the intro, and me and Sweetie were really collaborating throughout that. I dressed up, because I drew those vectors, I dressed up me as McCree from Overwatch, and I dressed up Bronny as Hanzo. Hanzo's a character in Overwatch who's like, Joel, he was part of like, not the Yakuza, but his own family, crime, whatever. Hanzo Shimada. So he dresses around, he just like dresses around like a medieval fucking Japanese archer, even though it's like past the 21st century. It's like 30th century by now. But he is an archer with a bow and arrow, but his ultimate attack is, he'll line up his shot and he'll be like, unleash the dragons! And then like two massive freaking dragons shoot out of his arrow and can go through walls and are freaking huge, and yes, they can take out just an entire team if they are all clumped in one spot. Like, and yeah, so you gotta listen for freaking Hanzo in Overwatch. If you suddenly hear very angry Japanese, like, blah, 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 know that there's a dragon somewhere. I could not tell you what the hell he says. I used to know it, but I don't play a lot of... I don't think I've played Overwatch maybe in over a year. I used to, like, sign on for the holiday events, because those are always really fun. Maybe I'll sign back on for Halloween, because they usually have a really nice atmosphere for Halloween. But yeah, it was a reference to a video game character. A very saucy one. Like, he is showing half a tit.
Yep.
It is the Shimada way.
He's got one arm out. He's got that traditional
I think he's showing
archer
Absolutely.
Kyudo garb
only one
going
of
on.
his tits. Need the full tittage. They show a lot of tits in that game. Mostly like the right tit. Like freaking Genji had a skin where it's like he first became a cyborg, which Genji is Hanzo's brother. And the whole thing, Hanzo tried to kill Genji. Genji became a cyborg when he tried to kill him. Yeah, it was when he's first like a cyborg, and he's got just like mechanical pieces and tubes coming off of him, and for some reason, just his right tit showing, and his arm, and it's just the human part. And the rest of him, like, he's got a slit so you can see his eyes and shit, but like, yeah, just that tit. But also another character who's unrelated to them, Akande, who is the Doom Fist. He has like a mechanical fist that it says on his right arm, but he also has that tit showing. Just a thing for the right tit. Yeah. I don't know what's up with that. I guess that's just the best tit. It's my best tit too.
Well, maybe this game was made in Japan, right?
Actually, it's made by Blizzard.
I don't know where they
World
are
of
based.
Warcraft?
I don't know where they're based.
I think they're based in California. They have a thing there. I'm pretty sure it's American.
And they're stooges for China, if that makes a difference.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just thinking the whole idea of right versus left as far as movies are concerned. Like, for instance, I think the thing that brought this to my attention was I remember seeing this thing in Pirates of the Caribbean where Barbossa, the actor who played Barbossa, whose name escapes me at the moment, he always insisted that the monkey was always on his left shoulder. And that was solely because when you watch a movie, instinctively you watch it left to right, as Americans. And he wanted to make sure he was the first thing you saw, and that the monkey was secondary.
So if they were exposing their right nipples...
It would be the second thing you saw in America, but it might be the first thing you saw in Asia.
Oh, so you're like seeing the sex appeal right away.
Right. Or versus in America, it might be trying to tone down the sex appeal, but still having sex appeal. But not making it over.
Well, they are man titties, so...
Yes. But then this is video games, and that's a whole different can of worms, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there was some sex appeal controversy with, like, freaking the cover because, I don't know, the character was a chick with a good butt who was just looking over her shoulder.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And everyone was just like, she's showing butt! And I'm like, well, what did you want her to do? Also, she's a lesbian, so shut up! She doesn't care if you're looking at her butt. She has a girlfriend. Yeah. Awful good butts in that game, by the way. But, you know, when are you not gonna get a perfectly sculpted ass? The freaking... Though, I will say, their characters... Like, some are just, like, freaking... What was her name? Widowmaker? Obvious sex appeal. She's wearing a freaking purple jumpsuit. But I've seen worse in Raid Shadow Legends. Like, I've taken pictures where it literally is like, you make jokes like, oh, chainmail bikinis. They actually have chainmail bikinis.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of my main chicks, I like her, but I admit her whole outfit is stupid. She is wearing the bikini. She has this, like, one shoulder pad.
Right,
and
because
wearing
that
a
protects
mask.
you.
She's a dark elf. She is like a walking fetish machine. But, you know, she does really good stuff with an archer. She jumps up in the air and does a front flip and shoots her arrow. And I'm like, what the fuck? She's great damage, though. I will say, I did pick the tomboy as, like, my main champion. Because I didn't like the other ones. Like, one of them's an orc. I hate it if it's racist, but I never liked orcs. Sorry, orcs. But yeah, one of them's an orc, one of them's an archer chick, and, like, I don't know, she's the only one that stood out, and she was pretty cool. But yeah, like, she's just got, like, a short-cut hair, got a scar running here, and she's not, like, wearing a chainmail bikini, of all things. She's wearing, like, actual practical, like, not practical, because she's not fully armored, but, you know, has, like, the banner thing that you typically see medieval knights wear, and all that. So she's, I will admit, though, I looked down, she's wearing high heels. I know! Freaking all the chicks are wearing high heels, but to be fair, I think I saw one dude wearing high heels, and I'm like, I wonder which way he swings. They do the high heel thing. Stupid.
Every time it's in a film, I find it stupid. Especially when the woman knows she's going into battle. If she's, like, set upon suddenly and she's wearing heels, okay, I get it. But, like, when you have Catwoman wearing stilettos, I call bullshit.
Yeah, just put her in some sexy boots.
I remember, like, in the most recent, where they had Catwoman, the far away shots, she was just wearing boots. And they look practical, they look fine, but then you had, like, this cut where she, like, has someone by the throat with her stilettos. And I'm just like, and you're supposed to be like a thief, and you're trying to wear stilettos. Those things ain't quiet.
You're doing them for style.
Yeah, you're doing it for style. Like, freaking why? You're not supposed to want to be seen.
This is why your freaking people know.
And then, of course, the infamous Jurassic Park incident.
Which one was that?
That was one of the more recent films, the reboots. So there's this character, and she's supposed to be a prissy office lady, whatever, and she gets everything goes to shit. And so for most of the movie, she's wearing high heels, understandable. Then there's the point where she intentionally sets loose a T-Rex.
Oh, I remember this.
You're right. And so she's running away from it, like having a flare, I think, to draw its attention to try to get it to fight for them or something like that. And there is a shot, and I remember seeing it in theater, and every woman is like, what the frick? Because they show her running away from the T-Rex in her heels. And every woman goes, kick off the heels, you dumbass!
I'm willing, like, if it was a thing where, like, she was running, a high heel came off, she went back, took it, and put it back on, I would have been more mad. But seeing that, I'm like,
but
okay.
she knew what she was doing. She was, like, again, if she was suddenly set upon by the T-Rex, understandable. But she's like, I need to outrun this thing that I know is faster than a car. I better keep my heels on. No, you kick them off. And then you're like, no, let's go. You know, that's understandable. But like, there was literally a shot of her running slow motion in her heels from the T-Rex. I'm like,
I want to say it's an oversight.
No, it's stupidity. The actress should have known.
Yeah, like
the actress should have been like, excuse me, no.
The actress should have been like, no.
That
actress would have been like, but no, you look pretty.
But you look, yeah, exactly right. It's like, but your butt looks good, or some bull crap. It's like,
does high heels really help your butt?
That's what I've heard. That's a straight man thing, and they'll have to tell me.
It helps my calves. Because
Yeah,
this is how my foot is in the high heel. But if it's like my calf, ooh, I got muscles in my calves.
So if you're into calves.
If you're into calves, you're welcome. Pledge on my Patreon.
Get more calf action.
I don't have an OnlyFans. We're not going that far.
Alrighty then, that took a turn.
Bronny, do you think I'm sexy with high heels on?
Heather, I think you're sexy, period, alright?
Aw.
That's sweet. But with high heels!
I think
you're sexy.
I thought it was
with
especially sexy when your high heels enabled you to take that bullet for Sweetie.
That was awesome. I ate my words about stilettos that night.
So you can never complain again. Because they were both complaining about how I packed stilettos and not the pair of shoes. I get that. I was just like, it's not a big deal. It's like, stilettos dumb. But Heather fix.
Yep. I can't complain anymore.
Ever again.
Nope.
This head is getting too big. Like, it says 13 rounds, but I wonder if you mean it.
That is a very big head.
Unless you ahead. It's 13 rounds. Does that say 13?
Yeah.
It's 13. I mean, damn.
I actually didn't even look. I just took believe you.
It says 13 rounds. Oh, shoot. Right there.
Yeah, that's 13.
That's
I was
it.
saying if it was like 1.3 or something, but no.
1.3
Yeah, I was like, how would you even do that?
I don't
You need
know.
to do 0.3 of a round.
I'm gonna have to calculate that. Now it pissed me off. I'm like, I'm not doing math to do this. As it is, I'm using tally marks, and I'm not cool with that.
Okay, so Emily Maloney says hi, and Syndicate wants to hear the Catch a Bullet story.
Oh, tell it again.
All right, I'll tell it. So, because it has some backstory, so we gotta go into the backstory.
Yeah.
So, every time I've been to a wedding and participated in the bouquet toss, I have caught the bouquet. And from not even really trying, it just sort of happens. So, it was hypothesized that I have a curse, that the bouquet comes straight at me. So, during Katie's wedding, she decided to test this out and tried to throw the bouquet at me because she was trying to ship Silver and I. And so she was trying to embarrass both of us. So she tried to throw it at me and went nowhere near me. And so I'm like, ha! Curse broken, ha ha ha. Hypothesis number 2 that they came up with was that if no one's trying actively to throw it at me, it goes straight at me. Fast forward to Ellie's wedding where that exactly happens, where it comes right at me.
It wasn't just that. They threw that thing at Ellie's wedding, and it was like the parting of the Red Sea, and you were just right in the middle of the lane.
Because they were still teasing me, and I'm like, I'm gonna stand in the back. I don't want this, and laser homing beacon right at my forehead, darn thing. So fast forward to Josh and Ari's wedding, where I'm like, oh god, here we go again. So Heather shows up in fishnets and stilettos, and I'm making fun of her about it.
Because I look hot.
She just doesn't look like, to me, she didn't look like chapel appropriate.
I didn't think about that. I swear I showed my outfit to either you or Bronny, and someone thumbed up it.
I may have thumbed up the dress. Like, I recall, like, the dress was fine. It was the fishnets and stilettos I wasn't expecting until you showed up. And then I was like, girl? Anyway, so I was making fun of her all night for that. But so the bouquet toss comes. I'm like, oh god, here we go. But then Heather's in front of me. She's like, I got you, fam. I got this. So the bouquet is tossed, and just like pretty much every other time, it comes right at me. But Heather's like, she just like dive bombs and grabs it.
I'm like, yeah, I rigged it.
Yeah, she basically rigged the system so she caught it. I could not have been happier. I was like, not only OTP shipping, but also I'm out of Dodge.
It was a freaking like slow-mo it. She's just like,
yeah, I'm like, oh god, here it comes.
I'm like, this is a for sure thing.
Right? And I was like, yes, I'm so happy.
We still have the bouquet in my living room.
Yeah, it's still here.
It's great stuff.
Sweetie, you know that, like, we waited for you. Like, I don't know if you did it on purpose, but right as they were about to do the bouquet toss, you ran off to the bathroom, and I think Katie went and fished you out of there.
I don't remember if I did that on purpose. I'm trying to remember. I might have.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was like trying to find the bathroom, and Katie's like, nope. I'm like, god damn it. I don't remember if I did it on purpose, but I do remember, yeah, Katie finding me and going, nope, nope, nope. I'm like, son of a bitch.
But then you gotta tell me, like, I didn't catch it.
Yeah, right. No, but it was funny actually. I talked to them later, and I'm just sitting next to Ellie, and they go, that doesn't count for breaking my curse, does it? She's like, oh no, that still was going right at you. I'm like,
no, too bad. Heather's getting married.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. COVID will make weddings impossible.
Oh, that's not good for me though. When will Heather's wedding happen?
You can just go to a courthouse.
Honey Drop says during that live stream, people were wanting Lily Pete to show up and profess his undying love for Josh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, guys, I think you've noticed we're past like the usual time we would clock off, but then again, we were dealing with the mic issue, so I was thinking we would just go another 10 minutes if no one minded. So yeah, so like 9, 10 my time.
So 10 minutes left of the stream.
Well, like 8 minutes.
8
minutes left of the stream. 8 minutes left of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please say them now. Forever hold your silence until the next stream. We have
Yeah.
not seen Knife. We should bring Knife over here.
I haven't seen her in a while. I assume she's under the.
Yeah, I know the stream wants to see her
I assume she's under the couch.
with her new haircut.
Hiding her shame.
She is nothing to be ashamed for. She's still beautiful.
Let's see here. Megan says good night, everyone, and Spencer says hello. Sorry I missed most of the stream. Were there any major technical issues while I wasn't here? So Heather, do you want to take that one?
Oh, and how? Emerald. Ugh. So, something happened with OBS. I don't know what's the deal with OBS, but like it won't receive audio from my Yeti microphone. We're actually receiving audio from my webcam microphone right now. So, we don't know what's wrong with that because it's obviously like selected and it obviously works because I'm still able to talk on Discord with it and stuff. But I don't know, man. We can talk about that later. It's just a thing we're dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Emerald, when you can't ever leave because when you do, shit hits the fan. Okay. We need you on call. I'm gonna have to like be super rich one day and just have you be like customer support 24/7, but just for me.
She's under the futon. I'm not fishing her out.
Oh yeah, no, you don't have to.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to see what she looks like shaved, go to either of our Twitters
Yes.
and maybe my TikTok. Watch a video.
The video is hilarious, guys.
It is gorgeous. I love it so much.
It is awesome.
I love that
My
cat.
family appreciates it too.
I hope they do. Okay, Emerald's gonna help us after the stream, which is good.
Yeah. How much time do we have left again?
4 minutes now. Hold on, math.
No,
6 minutes. 6 minutes, because I looked at 9:04 and I'm like, wait, what's 10 minus 4? I have to look at my fingers. See, this is why you help me with my math homework here. And also, I don't think I'm gonna go back to college. Oh, no more math. I can't do it anymore. I'm not strong enough.
I don't blame you, Heather.
Hopefully what I have is enough.
I thought about going back to college and then it ended up falling through.
Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, I think you could make it.
Well, I've got a bachelor's. I was thinking of getting my associates in order to become a registered veterinary technician.
Yeah.
But it's a whole process that I can't do now that I'm no longer 18.
18? Oh, that's interesting.
It just sort of requires you to have a schedule that you can work around your school schedule rather than the other way around.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. That's the thing. I'm like, yeah, and it was especially stupid because I told them that in my first email. I said, hey, I've got a job. You know, job comes first, but I'd like to be able to work it around. But I was like, I'd like to take this part-time. I was like, and I understand that'll take longer, you know, but I need my job to come first. And it was only afterwards like, oh yeah, no, we can't do that. Your schedule gets selected for you.
How the fuck did they do that?
And you can't take part-time. And it's like, well, that's dumb. Like, I could take part-time for, like, the GE stuff, like, but for the main classes, like, no, we select your schedule for you.
They'd make you do the GE stuff again?
No, that was another thing. I sent them my bachelor's, and they looked through it, and they're like, okay, the one thing is I would have to take biology and chemistry again, but that's solely because it's been 8 years since I got my bachelor's.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, that's a little too long. You'd have to take it again. But like, they're like, as far as the writing, you know, the English GE and the math GE, they're like, you're fine.
Math and English, they never change.
That's basically, it's like, you know how to do college algebra. That doesn't really go away. It's fine. You know how you can speak English. That doesn't usually go away. You're fine.
You can write a letter and you can use a calculator.
Basically,
Great,
yeah.
Good for you.
Good for you. That's all you need.
I remember, like you would take the placement tests when you were going into college, and I, like, you know, I placed, like, average on, like, math, but on English I, like, tested out of, like, even one of the 100 classes, so I got put something further. My poor little sister, she got, like, she tested into, like, what was even below college level, and I'm like, God, man, that's just more stuff you're gonna have to do, and a lot of it not going toward the credits you need.
Yeah.
So that looked like it really sucked. Apparently she's doing college right now online, which is good. She's claiming unemployment, which is like $600 a week right now.
Nice.
So she's doing great, making more money than me.
I know. I understand the concept of unemployment, and that when you're in a difficult situation, you may need that help. I just get pissed off that people on unemployment make more than I do.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
You should be getting minimum wage on unemployment. Like, I hate to say it, but you do. I'm sorry.
It's a whole other issue. Like, I especially am okay with it because she has my 2 kids.
Yeah.
Not
your
kids,
2 kids,
but my
yes.
2 nephews. And they were little boys, but she also has to help, like, because Bobby, I feel kind of upset because he's missing out on actual kindergarten. This would have been his first year of kindergarten, and that he has to do it from home.
Actually, my nephew is going to kindergarten, which I don't know if I agree with.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. There's a whole bunch going on with stuff with kids today that I'm not happy about.
I mean, my other sister is sending her foster kid to kind of a preschool thing, but it's different because it's like part-time there, part-time home type of thing, and it's really just and it's outdoors and blah blah blah, and you know, trying to get her associating with other children, basically.
Yeah, that's good. That's what public schools are good for, is the the social aspect of things.
Yeah.
Rusty Helm says college is overrated anyway. Also, hey everyone, I finally made it to one of these.
Oh, great! In the last
Hello.
2 minutes.
Good job.
Good job. You made it. It works.
Yep.
What were we talking
So
about?
how's our progress for tonight? Did we make good progress?
Very good progress. I only have, oh, I crossed this without even noticing. I only have 1 more round to go.
Nice.
Well, of this I guess this is the midsection. It's got to be decreasing after this.
I should
This
hope
is going
so.
to be a really big-ass head. Yeah. I can fit my fist in.
I could make a comment, but I ain't going.
She has a big brain.
Sure, that wasn't the comment I was going to make.
All
How
right.
dare you?
I was just thinking about, like, are my brains big as my fist? If I said that, yeah, my brain probably is.
No, no. I think they're bigger. I know your fist is the size of your heart is the size of your fist.
Gross.
No.
Okay, so it's the heart that grosses me out. The brain, I'm chill. The heart, ew. Put
Yeah.
that back.
I think you've got a thing with blood.
I might. I don't know. You think I would have been more squeamish when Brownie cut his hands open?
You think?
But I was mostly just like, no.
God
like,
damn it.
Huh? It's like, huh? I feel so bad for Brownie because he felt so sad in the moment. Like, he wasn't in pain. He was just sad. Like, I made everyone upset with my bleedy hand. And I'm like, don't be sad about that. Just be like, I don't know, be something else.
Something else. Anything else.
Okay, we reached the last part of the stream. So, guys, really nice stream. Some technical difficulties, but when's that not gonna happen? But, good stream, good conversation. I enjoyed it. So let's take some time. I will take this moment to thank all of my patrons down in Patreon, DJ Skywalker and Emerald Spencer, especially Emerald Spencer. He helps me with a lot of the technical stuff these days. So, you've seen him in the chat. Why not click on him and subscribe to him? I don't know. Support whatever he likes to do, because he deserves it. And if you too feel like you want to support me on Patreon for whatever reason, you can go ahead and go down in the description and click on that link to Patreon. You will find my Patreon in several different tiers. You can start at just $1, and that's totally fine. I'm chill with that. But if you want to pledge up to $10, you can get into my Discord server and meet Emerald and DJ and me and who else is hanging out that wants to talk to you. But for lower, you can get a kazoo cover, and that's pretty cool too. And if you feel like I'm worth just a one-time donation, I do have a link to one of my PayPals down there, so you can put a dime in the swear jar. It's not going to hurt you. I'll say more curse words. You can give me a curse word of your choice. Be like, hey, Heather, say that. As long as it's not a racial slur or any slur. But I'll say fuck. I'll say fuck. I won't say stuff that's hurtful to the soul. But, alright, let's say goodnight in alphabetical order. Bronny, you first.
Good night, everyone.
Sweetie, you next. Boy. Alright, good night, everybody. I'm Heather Blossom, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Good night.